Alright. So I'm going to be playing through arcade mode on Point Blank 1, 2, and 3. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. This is probably the hardest game. Let's sync this up. I can go for symmetrical motion. For a lot of these games, that was an insane mode one. What I'd want to do, ideally, is have simultaneous motion, symmetrical motion, or alternating, which gun I'm aiming with. This one I can kind of just spray and pray and not really aim too much, and it'll work just fine, usually. Yeah. And this one I'll be alternating. So like left and right. That way each character gets enough. Ideally I'd 1cc this, no promises, because it's pretty hard. One shy on each. And this game, if I hit both guns at the same time on the one leaf, the blue got it. If you hit it at the same frame, both will count. In later games, they don't, which is kind of annoying. Oh shit. If you hit a can that isn't lit up, you'll lose a life, which is why that mission's actually really scary. This one I have to choose one side, basically. Some of these games I basically have to sacrifice one gun, because I won't be able to do it with both. For some mashing games, it might be like more worthwhile for me to just like hold one gun and then rapid fire with like a wrist motion. If it's insane mode, I'd pretty much have to. Insane mode, like this. Some insane mode games are not too bad with two-player, because they'll like assume that you're competing, not cooperating. And like if it's like usually for one player you'd have to get like 20 scored or 20 targets. They'll only ask like 8 instead of 10 each. This one's a sacrifice one. So it's like I can just do it when I'm focusing on one hand. This one's doable. Shit. I now need to favor the right hand. I've been sacrificing the left, or yeah, I've been sacrificing the right hand too much. Should pass on both. The colors just got fucked, Dan. Oh, I fucked up. Favoring again. Insane mode on this one's kind of tough. Doable. Left hand fucked up. This one's actually probably easier on with two guns rather than one player, just because you don't need to alternate left and right side. You just have two guns spamming. It's one of the very few that's like that. Also, whenever I pull a trigger, the screen will flash white for a frame. And with two guns rapid fire, it's going to be pretty crazy. There's a dude who ran this game, Puri, who made a plugin for it. You don't need to spell the words in order. As long as you hit the letters in any order. Alright, that was good for that. 8 each. This one is another one I just alternate, or I'm focusing. You might be able to do symmetrical like that, but for the most part, these are not, like, there's some symmetrical like that, but it's not the whole thing. The hardest part about like two guns, one player, two guns, is when there's red and blue targets, because then the left hand needs to do red targets, right hand blue. You don't need to get all of that, so that's basically the end of one. Thank you, Jai. There we go. I was considering doing as an alternative category in the arcade would be all missions in like a practice mode. Just go through each mission once and complete it. That would be like 3 to 4 times as long, and it's like this game, it's really grueling because it's like pure repetitive motion on the trigger finger, and since you're skipping all the scenes and shit, it's mentally kind of stressful. So I can only play this for like hour and a half tops. It's good. Oh, hell. This one's tough. Did it crash? Oh, oh! We're gonna favor the right hand. I was too late to favor it though, so I failed. That's why an insane one, you need to kind of just decide right up front, am I gonna favor one hand or the other? Because if you're late on deciding it, you're gonna get screwed. Should be doing these in twos. one's better. It's the one I usually play solo with. So that's... Alright, this might be overestimate if this keeps up. The music's still going though. Ooh. There we go. Great loads. How's this one? This is painful. Usually you're just going like back to back pretty quickly through the games. Favor in the right hand too much. Memory match. Shit. Yeah, you need to filter that, so no longer one credit clears or on either side. Alright, that one very bad. I don't think... It was calibrated fine, I just fucked up. Oh yeah. I don't need to mash so far when that's loading like this. I tried to get it on the same frame for both, but I guess the left hand I compensated too much for the difference. I'm used to doing a certain angle. It might differ with the size of the TV though. Or maybe I just need, yeah, I should have like, yeah. Missed the shot. Yeah. Yeah. You need to shoot them top to bottom, otherwise the stacks falls and you don't get the glasses broken in the right order. That's one of the ones where you can, oh wait, this one's kind of tough. Insane mode, shit! The first like 5 seconds is the hardest. Alright, they'll probably be not too bad from here on out. And yeah, like 52 on the right hand, 30 on the left. It's like a pretty hardcore preference in general. This is probably the hardest game in the whole series. 9 each. Door open, that. Color, soccer ball, moving, bowling ball. Color, angle, distance. that succeeded. One hand that succeeded. Ugh. That's the hardest game in all the point blank games. Surprisingly. Shit. I'm just a little bit off. And still favoring the right too much. Yeah, that one's, I guess that's one I need to pick a side with, can't just alternate. This one's the same as basically single player, it's just a timing one. If they were like on different timers, then it would be a lot harder, but not by that much. This one on Insane, shit. I need to do symmetrical motion for this and alternate which one gets the extra. Not enough. I've beaten that one with both on Insane, but shit's hard. This one's alternate. You can only get one statue at a time. You need to shoot off the part to make it like this thing. Head. Head's the easiest. Well, to mentally acknowledge at least. Not necessarily to shoot. I don't know why it's doing slow loads. Thank you. You can't quit out on like point blank one. Whew. Now we need to load Point Blank 3. The last game is Time Crisis, which, if I was doing like a entirety of like this disc, I would do that, but I'm just doing the Point Blank trilogy. And I haven't practiced the Time Crisis at all. Yeah, there's Point Blank 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 1, and on the PS2, released in Japan only, is a Gunvari collection, as it was called there. And it has Point Blank 1, 2, 3, and Time Crisis. But since it's Japanese only, you either need a Japanese PlayStation 2 or like a swap disc kind of stuff to make your non-Japanese PS2 play Japanese games. NTSCU specifically. I think there's also a Game Boy DS version, but I'm not really interested in playing it. I think it's Point Blank 1 mostly for the games it has. And you use a stylus instead of a shooty stuff. And I think in 2014, or like the past few years, there was another arcade Point Blank game released, but no console version. Still loading. Disk's still spinning. Yeah, solid state, everything is pretty good. Oh, Laserlong in chat. Are you down to go to Wonderland tomorrow? Nice. All right. That's everyone confirmed. I'm not sure how long I should wait for this. Dan, what's your call? The laser's not moving.
I don't know. It's like stuck trying to read a portion on the disc. Maybe the disc got dirty.
Yeah, there might have been got a scratch on it, so it's like having trouble reading a portion, which might be the Point Blank 3 portion or something else. If it's loading this slow,
yeah.
I guess reset or power off.
Yeah, power it off. Just give it a quick wipe. Yeah,
Give a look at that shit.
Yeah, this is pretty smudgy.
So the exact way I have this is an NTSCU PlayStation 2. It's different than it's not mine. It's Dan's, but it's I'm using a boot disc thing where it's like Swap Magic 3 or whatever. And there's a few ways to get because it's like it's not that the PS2 can't read Japanese games or like American, like you can't read Japanese or Japanese PS2s can't read the American versions. It's just that there's like a software lock, not a hardware one. Yeah, that was the word I'm looking for. Just basically like the N64, where it's just like the plastic on the back of the cartridge is all that's different. You just need to. Huh. This is taking a while to load too. Maybe this Japanese shit is killing your PS2 laser?
Entirely possible.
Hopefully that's not the case.
So your discs are also extremely frickin' dirty. Jesus Christ.
Word?
The FBI needed fingerprints. This is where they can get them. Fuck. You ever cleaned your disc games?
Yeah.
Ever?
I think it's that I've let them out while the disc was up there, so be collecting dust the past few days.
At what point do we just allow USB loading?
Yeah, like it's sort of a thing. Like as particularly like CD things, they're dying faster because they're moving parts. But even even like NESs and shit, like solid things that don't have moving parts, like those are dying. Like there's a limited amount, and it's not getting smaller. So outside of the like first-party remakes, like the NES Classic or whatever the hell, you know, having third-party shit is kind of a necessity eventually as time goes on. So ideally, they just have like, you know, it's like, hey, here's every game released on this console, which would be a nightmare for licensing issues and stuff, but it'd be convenient. Or I guess you could still have like a flash cart. I don't know.
Still under estimate, we're good.
Yeah, my original estimate was 35, so. So we get to it by like 28 minutes. So yeah, this is the trouble you kind of have to go with when you're doing like trying to bypass region lock to speedrun games. Even if you weren't speedrunning, it's just to play it. And
it's like blinking. It's okay.
Is that Pirates of Darkwater I see? Nice. Oh yeah, like this isn't a modded PS2, I don't think. It's just.
Well, it has free.
Oh yeah, but even like even a PS2 that isn't modded, you can still use the swap disc thing. It's just. There might be a thing where it's like it messes like the original, like reading the term thing in the center thing.
Yeah.
It messes with the laser. I know it does that with the Dreamcast. Why isn't it spinning? Let's see if you want to see what the disc looks like, because it's Japanese only.
Nah, it's just refusing to read the game now.
All right.
I think my PS2 did.
Well, hit that time, I guess. This run's over. Woo! Thank you. It's my best work yet.